Peace be with you. And peace upon this house and all who are within it. Peace in your homes, peace in your country, peace in your world. Is that too much to hope for? During the long history of Earth, there have been many times when it seems as though peace has departed forever. And the cause of it is always mistrust and fear. Man never seems to be able to get beyond the stage of being afraid. He pays lip service to his God, whatever he conceives that God to be. And yet he never relies upon God to look after him. He never trusts sufficiently to know that his life upon earth is mapped out for him, and the circumstances that he comes up against are the things which his soul needs for its progression. If only man could put into practice the words that he prays. If only he could be sure that Spirit would care for him, would look after him, would see that his needs were met. But always, within man's heart, there is the doubt. He does not really believe that Spirit has power. He cannot accept the fact that God is omnipotent. And even though he can read his book and say that God will look after him, the words in your particular Bible are why worry about what we shall eat and what we shall wear and so on. Know that God will provide sufficient, but man can never accept that. Of course, while he is upon the earth in an earth body, he has to accept the limitations of earth. But he adds to those limitations by his own fear, by his own mistrust. Your world today is a very sad place in many respects. And yet, side by side with the sadness, there is an awareness of Spirit that is beginning to permeate through all your people. It will take time. And it will need a lot of patience on your part before it comes about. But there will be the links between your world and ours. There will be a two-way effort between man and Spirit. And man will come to acknowledge the fact that he is more than just a mass of blood and flesh, muscle, internal organs and so on. He will begin to really believe that he has got a soul, a spirit. And the time will come when man will acknowledge the fact that when his body finishes, his spirit will go on. You often think that There are very few signs of spirituality in your world. You get so much of the carnal effects thrust upon you from every side. And yet, we tell you that we can see into the hearts of men, and we know that there is an awakening there. We know that there is the beginning of links with spirit, a beginning of communication with the spirit world, a seeking for something that is outside of the material. You know that you have a part to play in bringing that about, because by your thoughts and your prayers, by the fact that you meet week by week, by your links with the church, your links with your fellow men and women, you will be able to spread the gospel, shall we call it, spread the knowledge, the understanding of the link between man and spirit. There is so much upon your earth plane that we would like to alter. And yet, these things take time. Encourage those who come to you, even if they come seeking the sensational side of your religion. Accept it, because through the sensationalism they will be led to the spirituality. And it matters not what religion a nation officially belongs to. Spirit is working there, sometimes very slowly, very much hidden, and in other ways quite openly. It depends upon the particular people. It depends upon the state of evolution. It depends upon the governments. It depends upon the philosophies which various nations practice. But in the fullness of time, spirit will be made manifest upon earth. And when that time comes, there will be no room for the misery, for the crime, for the fear that is so prevalent today. Once again, we want to say thank you for your prayers, for your thoughts, for the links which you make. And we leave you with a blessing and with a prayer that you will walk with God every step of the way. Good night.